Chicken here, bring you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about what these guys below us actually mean for Boom Beach going forward, and it's pretty exciting, guys. So let's go ahead and dive on into today's topic, and we're also going to be diving on into today's Dr. Terrence, guys. You guessed it. Where's Dr. Terrence? Let's go ahead and find him up, and we have the Rifle Cryozuka Medic with Sergeant Brick, and the Super Warriors loaded up. So why this is cool. So here's the thing. Now that we have had the Cryo Bomb, now that we've added the Super Warriors to this, what this means going forward is that we're basically guaranteed at this point to get every single Mega Turtle special gunboat ability as a temporary or even possibly a permanent feature in the game, because there's no way that they're going to put out the Cryo Bomb, and there's no way they're going to put out the Cryo Bomb and the Super Warriors without putting out the rest of the stuff at some point that we saw during the Mega Turtle. So if you don't remember that stuff, we had the 20-second single shock, we had the remote turrets, we had the ice shield, we had the second wind ability that we actually had in the game as well. So there's no way that they're gonna put out all this stuff and then not put out the rest of it. It just wouldn't make any sense. So I think that's exciting. I think that's a great way to do it. I think that's like literally exactly what we kind of suggested, or that we wanted to see after the Mega Turtle was done. Was like, it's always like we always do the Mega Crab, the Mega Turtle, whatever, and we get these special abilities and stuff, and then they just go away forever. And it just seems dumb, right? To put it into the game for a little bit and then to take it away. I think this is a perfect way to do it, and it spices up the game a little bit. It keeps it fresh, keeps it interesting. And it's just fun to be able to do something new and different every now and then, without having to worry about balancing, because it's already because it's a temporary thing, right? So it doesn't matter if it's balanced for right now, like the Rainmakers and the Proto Troops, but just everything, like the Proto Troops and all this stuff combined. I think that's fantastic. A lot of people were saying that they didn't like this update. They thought it was kind of a crappy excuse of an update. Did we flare over here or something? Why did they all start going that way? I think the exact opposite of that is true. I think this is one of the best updates if it means that that we're going to get these temporary abilities and these temporary troops coming in from the trader and stuff. If that's what the update is bringing, like it's hard to say if this is going to be a long-term thing or not, because they haven't come out and said that, and we're just kind of speculating on if all these new temporary abilities and troops and stuff are going to be always rotating in and out of the game. I think that they are. I think that that's a fair guess. There's the Super Warriors coming in deep. Yeah, I think that's a fair guess, based on just based on that alone. Like, there's no reason not to. There's no reason for them to stop putting out temporary stuff, and I think that that is exactly what the game needs. I think that's great for a game like Boom Beach, and I'm excited for the rest of the stuff that we're gonna get. I'm especially excited for the single target shock. I think that's gonna be huge, because it's gonna be a game changer for operations to basically use 3 GBE to cut something out for the span of 20-25 seconds, whatever it actually ends up working out to, because that's a long enough time that you're going to get all your volleys off with your Zookas. So I feel like that's going to make a really big difference, like, across the game. The Super Wars are cool and they're fun, but they don't really affect much. Like, they don't really affect operations, they don't really affect high-level PvP. Sure, they're going to have some uses, but everything is going to have some use, because there's such a variance with base layouts and everything like that in Boom Beach that like, the strategies are very specific. It's pretty rare that you just throw something out unless you're over leveled or over statued. That's a new term that we're coining, by the way, over statued. That like, unless one of those two conditions exists, like there's a lot, like every single base that you come across is different, and just having like having a Cryo Bomb, okay, probably a bad example, the Cryo Bomb, but having a new ability isn't like having a new ability like the Super Warriors isn't always going to be guaranteed to help you. It depends on the base layout, of course. So we are going to be throwing some critters in the back here on stage 5. Man, look at the health that these Super Warriors have. They're just plowing through this base. Okay, so let's actually throw some more critters up right on the HQ, because it looks like they're actually able to get some pretty good work done there. We'll throw an artillery on this mortar, and we'll throw more critters onto the HQ, because why not, guys? We'll throw a shock down here on some of these boom cans so they don't kill anybody. And boom. Stage 5's going down without a hitch, without a problem. Having a lot of fun using Rifle Crowd Zuka Medic with battle orders. Typically, I would only use it with Ice Shield and Kavan or some sort of healing thing, but for Dr. Terrence, it's gonna be pretty safe to go ahead and use battle orders. I think now we haven't been using our GBE to take out anything just yet. So let's try this. We'll throw some barrages up there, and then we'll throw a Super Warrior on top to just kind of clean up everything once it's already been damaged pretty good. Okay, so that was a waste of HGV. Okay, next up, let's go ahead like this and like this, and then we'll go like that. We'll get the Super Warrior out, and then we'll get him under some battle orders, and we'll get some critters under him to distract a little bit from the single target defenses that are going to be slowly making their way up, and everything like that. So we got a shock launcher down, and yeah, I should also say, guys, if you haven't checked out any of the Brawl Stars videos, I know most of you don't like them, but they are coming along. I think the last few have been pretty decent. If you want to check them out, if you haven't really seen the game yet and you're interested in just seeing what it is, I think we did a pretty good job on the last couple of them. So get a little plug in there for the Brawl Stars, but we should probably be focusing on what we're doing here right now. So we'll get a shock going down on the shock launcher. Let's get another battle orders going up like this, and look at the damage that we're outputting with all the riflemen and the Zukas under the battle orders. Like, it's just crazy, guys. It's just crazy. So we combine this with the with throwing the odd Super Warrior out in front, and he's actually able to tank long enough to kind of distract everything. We're going to throw a shock down on these rock launchers in the back just to keep the rifleman nice and healthy up in the front, and then we have the one Super Warrior slowing down the HQ that doesn't do anything anyways, but stage 6 goes down. We're back. So now we're moving on to stage 7, guys. And yeah, I'm just like, it's just, I love the temporary stuff. I think it's great. I like using it, like, even if it was only here for a weekend, but I think it's here until February 10th, so we get it for a couple weeks. Oh, man. Alright, so this is going to be a challenge. So, what do we want to do first, Chicken? First thing we see, there's some, we're going to come at this from the right side, and we're going to start to take away some of the long-range splash defenses that are going to be tough to get at. The rocket launcher on the, or the shock launcher on the far right side up there is going to be fine. We're going to get through it eventually anyways. So not too worried about that. Worried more about this stuff that we're going to have a hard time getting to, and it's just going to be kind of pecking away at us the whole time. So with that down, now we can go ahead and start to load up our troops this way. I'm actually going to throw a Super Warrior out right here. Just to kind of join in with the army. He is going to run out ahead a little bit, but that's actually going to be fine. And he's also not going to follow flare, so I can flare the rest of my army up this way. And the warrior is still going to be, he's going to go towards those mortars, and aside from this boom cannon, there's nothing really there that's going to damage him, so he's just going to be able to eat all of those shocks from that shock launcher for us. And then we can get a battle orders going up just to get everybody kind of in a little bit better position here. Now we can just sit back, farm, let the Super Warrior take on the damage from all these mortars. And yeah, that was basically the idea, to throw him out front, so then everything else would be distracted by him. Obviously, he's going to go down fairly quickly once we get into, once we kind of get into the meat of the base here, but he did his job, guys. He did his job. So now we'll start the shock party, right on that shock launcher, and let's follow that up with the battle orders. Not the greatest battle orders there. Brick kind of went off to the right side, but I think we'll be okay either way. So we're going to throw some critters down here to deal with the mines and to throw some other stuff kind of off kilter. And let's get a Super Warrior up here just to distract these boom cannons a little bit. Just going to keep throwing critters and Super Warriors and whatever we can get our hands on, basically, at this point, just to kind of slow everything down. We'll throw a shock bomb right in there. And we need another Super Warrior to come in on that backside for us. We really need some heavy damage to be dealt to that boom cannon and that other cannon. He's going to take a long time to get down there, guys. Can we get a med kit off in time? Looks like we are going to be able to. He is going to slow down the boom cannon and able to distract basically everything in here for us. At this point, everything's going to start to turn onto the Zukas, which is not what we want. Come on, Zukas, do something for us here. We need to get rid of that sniper tower in the back. If we could get rid of that, we would have been in position enough to take down the base. But unfortunately, wasn't in the cards for this one, guys. Was not in the cards, so we'll have to try this again. Maybe we'll go at it with warriors or something like that, just to celebrate the fact that Super Warriors are still here. But yeah, let me know what you think of the temporary abilities coming soon, or the temporary abilities down below in the comments, guys. If you think getting them from if you think going through, like, rotating through all of them temporarily from what we had on the Mega Turtle is something that you want to see, just chime off in the comments, even if you're not typically a commenter, guys, and let us know what you think of that. So, now we got to focus up. We got a nasty stage 7 on our hands here, guys. So we'll go like this, and we'll go like this. And we'll go one smoke there, one smoke here. And let's get all the warriors loaded out like that. And then we'll go right about here, is going to be the plan. Okay, so we'll focus in on this machine gun. Then we'll go right about here, keeping Kavan along for the ride, hopefully. Dr. Caveman in the house, guys. Bang, bang. 1, 2. Okay, looking good, looking good. Alright, so let's get a Super Warrior. Let's get a Super Warrior and a Critter Shock right about there, and follow that up with an Ice Shield, guys. I think that is going to be the key to the victory, is hopefully everything is focused in on that Super Warrior while the Ice Shield does its magic. And I think we lost too many warriors on the walk, guys. But yeah, that is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to let me know all that down below in the comments, guys. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like, kind of interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Chicken out.